Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jay. In today's video, we're going to be going over some packing. I'm going on a cross-country trip to Montana with some stops in between, meeting up with some friends. And so I wanted to go over what I've packed and how I've packed, as well as some new fender extenders that I came up with. So again, thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. All right, guys, first of all, let's start with the outside. If you guys been following me, then you're pretty familiar with the setup. I have the cargo box up top, 2024 Bronco Raptor, 2024 Runaway Venturist, pretty heavily modified. We're gonna be talking about that here in a second. Here goes my shower tent on this side, my awning on this side. We'll talk about that in a second, as well as my propane, my 8-gallon water tank, AC, cargo box, and two 2.5-gallon roto packs for more fuel. First off, let me apologize for the rain, but also I wanted to apologize for not making a video in a while. I recently purchased this new property. I've been working on it, so haven't really had time to record. So, but I'm back. Last minute, like I said, preparing for this long distance trip, even though everything happened at the last minute. So as far as setup, here goes the interior. Custom cabinetry, TV that swivels out, heater, fireplace with LED lights that you can use with or without. We'll start over here. Of course, this is my 11-inch memory foam mattress, 7 inches of firm with 4 inches of soft. On this side of my cabinetry, I have all my shirts, 2 sleeping shorts, and some socks. And on that side, I have all my pants. This is like a moving truck cargo box bar that holds the boxes in place. You kind of ratchet it and it grips it on the side walls to prevent boxes from falling. I got this and I put some noodles on it, not to scratch the wood, but the reason why I got this is because I noticed as I was driving on other trips, if I would have hit the brakes too hard, then my drawers would slide out. I broke one drawer, had to have that repaired. And so I thought, hey, you know, what can I do to prevent these drawers from sliding out? Even though they're locking drawers, but with enough force by hitting the brakes, they would pop out. So bought this. This has been a lifesaver. When I close the drawers, I tighten the bar right in front of it and works perfect. Holds it in place, as well as when I'm not using it, when I'm camping or something, I can hang this bar up a little higher if I have to hang something that's a little wet and want it to just kind of like dry or whatever. But yeah, so this has been a lifesaver here. Let's see what we got over here. We got my DVD player, TV, some underwear. Up here I put plenty of towels with some leftover room right there. I think that's where my laptop is gonna go. On this side we have all the controllers with a power brick for maybe charging the phone on the go or whatever, as well as some DVDs. On this side, let's see if we can get this open all the way. I've put some hats, some toiletry, toilet paper down there, as well as maybe laundry bag, mosquito repellent, and garbage bags. Let's go around the other side. Well, let's hit the back since we're back here. Back here in the trunk, I have a foldable table, some extra shoes just in case. Those are my stakes with the tie downs, and all the way behind that I have the walls for my awning. On this side, we have, again, more space. We have my, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little dark right now, but cell phone charger with my watch charger and some swimming trunks, because if I come across something where I wanted to go swimming, I have it. I have my Bluetooth speaker and my lamp right there. This is a great little lamp. I love this lamp. Works amazing. And down here we have my pots, pans, and my griddle, my paper towels, and of course some of the switches to control the lighting. Sorry guys, I do not have power hooked up, so I can't really show the lighting here right now. Let's close this up because it is raining, and this is actually the lightest part of the day. So that's why I decided to do this now, because we are getting some rain, but we're gonna be getting some thunderstorms later. So let's go back over here to the back of my truck before we get to the topping of this cake today. Up here we have my pantry. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen my pantry up here. This is where I'm gonna be storing my food, my dry goods. And in today's video, we're showcasing here the Iceco I've done a video on. I usually use my EcoFlow, but for today's setup and for this trip I'm going on, this Iceco I thought worked better. It's a great setup, same capacity as my EcoFlow, but I really like that it had a smaller footprint. It took up less space, allowing me to pack tighter. Of course, my cabinets where I keep my plates, my cups, utensils, stuff like that. Over here, my cooktop for my rear kitchen table, my hot water heater with the accessories for that, and my backup generator. This is an inverter generator by Champion. It's been awesome. I haven't really used it other than trying it out for test purposes, but nice and quiet. And I have it because you never know. Plus, I wanted to have something that I can even charge my generator with, my EcoFlow generator. Now, talking about the EcoFlow generator that's sitting back there, I have my alternator charger by EcoFlow. That thing is, if you get the generator, you got to get the EcoFlow alternator charger. That thing is awesome. Back here I have a complete rain suit, other than the rain jacket I'm wearing right now. This is a complete suit for heavier days, and some foldable chairs right there. Now I do plan on doing a little hiking on this trip, so I put together a hiking bag with the essentials. There goes the EcoFlow and the connection, and a backup propane tank over there. Up here I got a couple bags with some gifts, so if you see me out there, guys, all you gotta do is, hey, I found Jay, and I'll give you some free gear. There goes my air compressor. One thing I didn't mention while I was in the back is underneath my trunk space, I have a complete emergency repair kit in case I do catch a flat, which actually happened to me. And the last thing you want when you're driving around with 37s is to catch a flat and have to change out the spare, because it weighs 1 million pounds. Or it feels like that anyway. Over here I have my toilet cassettes, and of course I have some extra space for my camera gear. Now to the nitty gritty, the tables. So I've been watching videos of other runaway venturists and campers that had similar style and design as the runaway, where people were using this wheel fender as a platform for cooking as they were camping. And I was like, that is an amazing idea, because even though I have my kitchen in the back of my truck, what if it's storming, right? And I can't cook and it's raining all day, so there's no wading it through, right? So I do have my awning right here. And I said, well, I got the awning, I got the cover. That's great, but is it enough space? So I designed what I call the fender extender. Now, designing it was just part of the work, coming up with the ideas, but I'm not a welder. So I called my buddy Daniel from Davis Off-Road and spoke to Daniel and said, hey, you know, I got this idea, I want to show you the design, and I want to see if we can put it together and you can do the welding for me. And of course, Daniel, being a good friend of mine, said bring it by and we'll take a look at it. And so when we did that, we had to change a couple, you know, things, nothing major, just little tweaks to make it work. Daniel came up with some ideas of his own, and here goes the final masterpiece. I call it the fender extender. The way it works is, obviously it's made out of the same material. It doubles my cooking platform, so now I can cook and keep some of my meats, my food, my seasonings, have space for a lot of things. I actually forgot to bring it because I left it at my other house, but I also have a magnetized kind of like a tray that I can put things in, that would go here, or my magnetized paper towel holder that can go here, and it just works great. The way it works is, first we had to create a way to be able to hold this fender. So you know, what we did was we designed kind of like an exoskeleton that goes underneath, to allow this extra fender to be able to slide in and slide out. So if you look here, the two things that are holding it in place are those rods, and basically just slide into the holes. And for extra security, you just tighten these butterfly bolts here, and this, you know, extra fender wouldn't go anywhere. Obviously, because there is these rods that have to be welded straight across, this would be a point for maybe a hand towel, right? But on top of that, Daniel's hard. I gotta give him credit for this. He said, hey, if you're gonna use it for cooking it, why don't we put some hanging hooks so you could put your spatulas, your tongs, or anything else here. So we have some hooks here to be able to hang anything like that, including cooking mittens. So that's awesome. It works amazing, and I absolutely love it. Great job. Thank you to Daniel. This is a one-off, so you wouldn't find this anywhere, but if you want more info how to get something like this, just contact me and I would be happy to put out that information. On this side, we have the same thing. Now, both of them are interchangeable, so I can use either fender on either side. But what makes this side different, and why I wanted one on this side, was because this one doesn't have the hooks here and it has it here. And the reason why we have these hooks here is because this is my shower. So being that my shower was here, I felt like I wanted someplace to put my clothes. So after I took a shower, I can change my soap, my toiletries, if I have my toilet here, and maybe, hang scrub brushes or, soap sponges here, whatever. But on top of that, in the wintertime when I'm using my diesel heater, I have a platform to put it on. Some of you might be asking, hey, so why not get a tire table? I did have a tire table. Unfortunately, my wheels are so big that the tire table was barely hanging on. I always had a little bit of a dip because the legs wouldn't reach. And no matter how much I looked, I just couldn't find something that was big enough. So again, guys, this is my setup. This one works the same way. It'll slide in and out. And, same thing. Butterfly bolt on the exoskeleton underneath the fender. And by the way, none of this, other than the bracketing itself, was welded. All this was put together and then bolted on the existing bolts of the fender. So yes, you can get something like this, and yes, you could probably get it from my guy, and you can install it yourself. Super easy, but I will say it's a little costly. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, from material to time and labor to powder coating, and that's about it. So that's my setup, guys. I just wanted to share it with you before I go on this adventure. You guys let me know. I'm excited. I'm about to leave. I still got to do some grocery shopping, but I wanted to put this video out because I've kind of been slacking on some videos with all my hard work. You should be seeing, you might see a couple videos on my other house, but gradually as I'm working on this house, you're gonna start seeing me shifting over to this property that I just purchased, just because it's a little bit bigger and allows me to do what I want to do. So you know, you might see me out of that side over there, or I'm turning this into my workshop over here. And you might see some backyard work, but I also have the woods back here. I might be cutting some of this out and making some space back there for some camping. That's about it, guys. So again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, give me that thumbs up. If you have any questions, or if you have any comments or any ideas, something I might be missing, please let me know. But that's about it for today. I'm gonna get out the rain. Please tune in for this adventure, and I'm gonna see you next time.